Hey guys, YouTube is doing a great job interpreting their community guidelines. So if you're 18 years or older, you're good to go. Otherwise, please don't watch this. It's 4:20 somewhere and I am so happy you guys are joining us today for this very special episode of Fast Buds Talks. Because today I got cannabis royalty here. Yes, Sasha, the joint doctor himself, is here with me. How you doing, Sasha?
Very good. Very good. Thanks. How are you, Sebastian?
Yeah, I'm really good. There's one question which I wanted to ask you right away in the very beginning of this, and that is joint doctor. That's you. How I knew you before I even knew your face. Why joint doctor? How did that come about? I think everybody wants to know that.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if anybody's asked me that before, but it's, I was in college. I was like 20 years old, I think, and I was already growing some plants, and I was known for my love of weed. And actually, my friend Paul and I were at a ski hill, and it was quite a small mountain, and there was a snowstorm. But somehow, you know, I managed to roll a joint before we got to the top of the hill in the snowstorm. And so I was known for having, you know, skills as a roller.
Oh, okay.
And one time I grabbed one of his joints. It was just poorly rolled, you know, it wasn't smoking, and I was able to fix it and keep it going. And he's like, "Man, you're the joint doctor." And I don't know, it just
amazing.
Kind of stuck from there. And actually, I used it as a DJ name because for a few years there, I was into playing records, vinyl, you know, reggae, especially at parties. Cool. So I started using that as my DJ name. And underground, I was using it to write articles. I started to write some articles. So like I didn't want to use my real name back then, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still not using my real name, you know. Good is not my last name, you know. And if you see like modern autos, you know, or automatics, Autoflowers, whatever you call them, if you see those modern strains, like, what do you think?
You know, like the way that the seeds are marketed today is very, very innovative. You know that from personal experience. Fastbud is just very innovative, coming out with new strains all the time, and you've really hooked into that like more dynamic way of marketing. And yeah, you have to be, otherwise, like, because it's moving so quickly, you know.
Yeah, and there is a demand for this whole, like, this whole for me, not the other end of it, the whole, not just the automatic. I love that gene that like locks it, that makes everything so quick and the turnaround so fast, and also, you know, simpler, you know, easier. But on the other end, you have all these different flavors. You know, the dessert strain market, what's happening in California for the last 10 years or so, it's just crazy what kind of flavors, and the demand is there, the people want it. And it is amazing how you make, compared to 20 years ago, how you can make strains taste like strawberry, you have cherry, you have, you know, you have the banana purple punch. When I threw that in for the first time and I grew it, I'm like, this is not only beautiful because it's purple, but it also literally tastes like a fruit basket. I mean, this is just like, you know,
amazing. Especially like weed actually lives up to its name, and you can taste that flavor. I mean, yeah, it's amazing. It really is.
Absolutely. And yeah, and then the potency game, like, you know, everybody was like saying like, or still people are still saying, oh, autos, they're not really potent, they're not really. And then you come along with our Strawberry Gorilla, 28.417% tested at the American Autoflower Cup. So what else do you got to say to that? You know, this is just
end of conversation, right?
That's it. Okay, let's move on from here and continue and think. And then I see do you see on Instagram? I started more and more following on Instagram, and I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's from Canada too, Kanametos. Just
vaguely, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he grows exclusively autos, a lot of our autos, and he now grows in a system called Megapots. This is like an auto self, watering system. I'm starting it soon too. And he has these autos in 60-liter bags. 60-liter bags under 24 hours of light. And he yields one plant a pound. Dried weight pound. I mean, come on. Now people say autos are small. Also not. We have modern genetics nowadays, which are, mind-blowing. Talking about that, which autoflowering genetics, automatic genetics, modern ones are blowing you away nowadays? Like, what would you like? Did you come across some stuff? I mean, you were judging the Autoflower World Cup. Did you come and you said, whoa?
The overall quality of all the strains was surprising.
Yeah.
So it was difficult. It was difficult to pick one. It was a difficult thing to judge, actually, because
makes sense.
The quality was really higher than ever for autos. There was an auto Purple Punch, which I thought was it looked like a Purple Punch, the colors and everything. I'm always a big fan of purple colors. And
then you must have noticed my Tropicana cookies, which in the end won, because that was so dark. That was almost black, that one, and it was so frosty.
Oh, yes. That was the one then. Because when we were judging, obviously we were just working with numbers, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know what strain we were testing, but we tested quite a few strains.
Yeah.
That's
you must have gotten pretty high then, no?
Oh my God, higher than I've ever been, but it was a good high. And funny thing is, like, during the show, I'd been like testing maybe 20 or 30 strains in 24 hours. And then I'm having to do some interviews and media opportunities. And I'm like, man, don't you understand? like I just smoked 20 joints today. A lot of good things that come out of cannabis are the result of just shared passion and not necessarily doing something for the money, for the profit. But that being said, maybe in the next time we talk, you and I should talk about doing some kind of collaboration.
If we compete and we can collaborate, we're just gonna evolve, and we are in the end in for the same cause. We are in for the plant, for the love of the plant, and I think that is just something
you can and you can tell the new ones that are coming in that are not going to be around in 1 or 2 years. But the ones that stick around, that are in it for the right reasons, for the passion, we've become like a family. We respect each other, and that's one of the best things about this. So keep up your good work.
Thanks, man. Same to you, and thanks for thanks for everything, and thanks for being there. Thanks for joining and sharing everything. And don't forget,
thanks for having me.
It's 420 somewhere.
Cheers. It always somewhere.
Thanks so much, man.
Fast Buds.